Okay, let's talk about important directories, places for your citations to be. Don't skip the other videos about this kind of stuff, especially not the ones about out-of-the-box thinking. There's some really cool places to put citations there. But in general, it's not all Yelp, Google, and Bing. I mean, sure, there's super pages, Angie's List, Kudzu, Manta, and all that stuff you've heard of. Oh, and also don't skip my video about the super cool web page if you're in the United States that will help you choose the top places to have your citations by the city that you're near. But so, yeah, I mean, everybody knows about these, right? These are very important. And even if your client is in one of these, you absolutely must go there and check that the information is absolutely correct, that it's 100% identical to what's on Google Plus and what's on their website. And those have to be identical too. But here's some really cool stuff to look for. Chamber of Commerce listings. Well, Lee, don't you have to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce to get a Chamber of Commerce listing? Yes and no, it depends, but think about it like this. What if you do? I mean, your client's paying for it anyway. What if you do? Well, wouldn't that have a lot of authority in Google's eyes? If the only, businesses that were listed in, this listing page were paid members of a Chamber of Commerce. But that's got a lot of weight behind it. So it would be very important to A, see if your client is there, B, if they're not, get them to consider being there, but especially check that name, address, phone number, and all that stuff. I sometimes call that name in place, name in place, NAP, check that. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, I just get excited. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, look at the video about the NAP. City and county listings. Now you got to be careful here. Well, you don't have to be careful. Valid ones. Some counties have real listings of businesses inside the county. Now, sometimes you have internet marketer type people who have fake, county listing things. I mean, there was a whole bunch of stuff a couple of years ago about people setting up sites and getting businesses to join the sites and all this stuff. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that business model. It's just that it doesn't carry a lot of authority. But if you have the actual county itself with a listing of the actual businesses in the county, that's going to carry more authority. This last grouping here are ones that are going to carry more authority. So that's why I'm trying to open your mind to this. Valid local business directory listings. So other local business directory listings. In Atlanta, we have some high-end neighborhoods or like larger areas, Buckhead being one of them. Buckhead could have Buckhead has its own little business association. So suppose the Buckhead Business Association, I don't know, I've never looked. Suppose they have a list of all the businesses that belong to that business association in Buckhead. That would be key if your business is in Buckhead and your client is a member of the Buckhead Business Association or wants to pay to be one. It would be key to get the business in there and get it in there correctly. Better Business Bureau. Same thing that I've said about these other bottom four is cost money to be there. Usually you want to check if they're there, and if they're there, you want to make sure that they're there correctly.